Good evening. I am going to call the Blair Township Board of Trustee regular business meeting to order March 19th, 2021 at 6:02 p.m. Join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Zients,
Here.
Place,
Present.
Kuchera,
Here.
Fitzpatrick,
Here.
Flanschein, Campbell,
Here.
Wolfgang.
Here.
Brief public input. Seeing none. Approval of agenda.
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
I'm sorry,
Or do we have any additional?
can we add fire department budget amendment as item 9?
Yes.
I move to approve the agenda with the addition of number 9, fire department budget.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the agenda with the addition of item 9, fire department budget amendment. Roll call vote.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Kuchera,
Yes.
Place,
Yes.
Zients,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Flanschein.
Yes. Declaration of conflict of interest. No conflict with anybody? Presentation and special report. Grand Traverse County Commissioner.
Man, that's quick. I'm right up there. The board had received the report from the National Community Survey. It was a pretty extensive survey, but I think what it boiled down to was that Grand Traverse County is a great place to live and a good place to work. And we experience the same issues as other similar tourist destinations as it relates to housing and affordable daycare. And then the other item would be the sheriff is still in negotiations with CMH on a new contract for the mental health aspects of the jail. And they're, as far as I know, they're still working on it. And they've been working without a contract since the end of 2020. And that's all I have, unless there's questions.
Ron, I'm just curious, how many participants participated and answered the survey that was sent out?
It was less than 200, I believe.
Less than 200?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does give all of that in that survey if one was to go on
Yep.
the county website and find it, but. And I think there was only probably no more than 3 of the people who took surveys that was from Green Lake and Blair area.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Ron?
No, I don't.
No more questions for you. Thanks, Ron.
All right,
Have a good night.
thank you.
Community police officer, he is running late, but he'll be here at some point. Grand Traverse County Road,
Don't look at me.
I know.
It's weird not to walk up
Somebody
there.
help remind me tomorrow to call the road commission to see if we're gonna get a representative, since we haven't had one since
How about that?
Monday.
Bill Mauser was the one
I'll try to
they
remember.
appointed.
Bill
Okay.
Mauser?
He took over where I was, so he's here, or should be here.
Okay.
Treasurer's report.
All right, general fund, $3,876,070. Public safety fund, $1,046,443. Ambulance fund, $910,140. Metro Act fund, $4,435. Liquor law enforcement fund is $30,036. The CARES Act fund is $27,530. The sewer fund is $1,740,908. The water fund is $2,266,841. The current tax collection is $528,225. The payroll clearing is $643.23, and the milfoil fund is $11,864 for a total of $10,443,135.44.
Any questions for Tracy?
I know.
Announcements and correspondence. The only thing, I stuck it on here, I think everybody has seen on the sign and on our Facebook, but Little League donation drop-offs are happening. We've had some people drop off some mitts and some helmets and some balls. We get a monetary check. Mike Richards will be stopping in to pick up the equipment as it's dropped off. I've been in constant contact with the Little League. The Little League Association, the board, has big plans for the ball diamonds this year, and they're working on scheduling a work bee out in the park on the ball diamonds. Their goal is to have the fourth ball field in the back up to major league status this summer. And of course, they're working on their donations for the batting cage. That's still moving forward on their part. I have a board meeting with them next Tuesday.
So are they still taking donations?
Yep. Yep. That's all I have. Does anybody have any?
I just wanted to point out the MTA, this year they're doing their conference virtually, conference and expo that they have every year. And it's April 19th through the 21st. It says if you register by March 19th, you will ensure to get your welcome goodie box chock full of conference swag. So you know what I'm going to be registering by. And then it says $127 if your township subscribes to MTA online at the premium level, which I believe we do. And that, so it's $127. It's over 20 sessions. They're going to send you handouts. If anybody wants to sign up or wants me to sign them up, just let me know. I'm going to sign up for them, but I don't know what all the sessions are yet.
Yeah, I'd like to be signed
Yeah,
up.
that's a great deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not as much fun.
No.
Right. Right. Right.
Here's to you.
Yeah, right.
Anything
No
else?
hospitality suites.
Item 9, consent calendar. The purpose of the consent calendar is to expedite business by grouping non-controversial items together to be dealt with in one board motion without discussion. Any member of the board may ask that any item of the consent calendar be removed and placed elsewhere on the agenda for full discussion. Such requests will automatically be respected.
I just have a quick note. The consent calendar lists the minutes of February 9th, 2021, which is correct, but there's also the budget, March 3rd, 2021 budget workshop minutes included. It's not on the agenda.
And there's a typo. I do like the minutes. I think Cindy did an awesome job. I mean, it really helps when you go back and look and it's like, oh yeah. So I really do like the minutes. There is on the back page of the budget where it says second by Fitzpatrick, And then it says no to collect. Should that be not?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's my only.
I don't have that. You want to correct it on that?
Yep, yep.
I'd move to approve the consent calendar as presented with the addition of the budget workshop on March
Third.
3rd.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the consent calendar as presented with the addition of the budget workshop meeting minutes of March 3rd, 2021.
Which one?
Cooch?
Yes.
Campbell?
Feel like we're
Yes.
on Zoom meeting again.
Slate?
Yeah.
Lonshein?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Wolfgang? Wolfgang?
Yes.
Zeitz?
Yes.
Unfinished old business. Number 11, new business, public hearings. First public hearing tonight. I gotta get caught up. I'm gonna close the regular meeting. I'm gonna open up the public hearing. This is for special use case SU SPR 21-02-01. The applicant, EDS Property LLC, is requesting a special use site plan review to establish a potato chip manufacturing processing facility on vacant property located at West Commerce Drive, Traverse City, 49685, parcel number 2802225051. It's the southwest of the ballpark in Chums Village. I feel like I'm yelling because we do have people on Zoom,
Oh.
so just so they can hear me. Can you hear me, Dave?
Loud and clear, Nicole.
Okay, thanks.
If you had microphones or something you could use, that'd be weird.
I got the Zoom thing. Okay, so the public hearing is open. Is there any,
What time?
6:15? Any input, any public comment? Do we have anybody besides Dave on?
No.
We'll just leave it open for a minute. Are you gonna blow up?
Good.
Oh, great. Okay, public comment going once, going twice. We're gonna close the public hearing at 6:16.
Would you like a motion?
Ready?
I would move to approve special use case SU SPR 210201 EDS Properties as it meets the standards for approval in section 2204 of the Blair Township zoning ordinance and was recommended, and approval was recommended by the Blair Township Planning Commission.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve special use case 210201 EDS Properties as recommended by the Blair Township Planning Commission as it has met the standard for approval as required in section 2204 A through G of the Blair Township zoning ordinance. Do we have discussion?
It was presented to the planning commission and everything was laid out and we asked questions and he had every answer. It was done perfectly. And I don't know if you're familiar, it's Great Lakes Potato Chip Company. They're moving from their current over on 72 and this will be their new facility. And they're great people too.
Nice.
So it's a welcome business in our community.
Good.
Yeah, and 38 jobs.
Yes, 38 jobs.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Although, I love the small potato chips.
Yeah.
You know, you
Okay.
probably won't even smell it because the stacks are high enough. What does, is pretty much dissipated into the air. You won't. But it might come through.
Yeah, right.
Right. Roll call.
Fleischman,
Yes.
Zeit,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
I abstain.
Campbell,
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
Kuchera,
Yes.
Wolfgang.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item B, another public hearing. I'm going to go ahead and open up at 6:18. This is for special use case SU SPR 210202. The applicant Peninsula Construction is requesting a special use site plan review to establish a warehouse and distribution facility for janitorial supplies on vacant property located at US 31 South, Traverse City, Michigan 49685, parcel number 280200502912. Do we have any public comment? Hearing none, we're going to close the public hearing, 6:19.
I would move to approve special use case SU SPR 210202 to establish a warehouse and distribution facility for janitorial supplies as it meets the standards for approval in section 2204 of the Blair Township zoning ordinance. Approval was recommended by the Blair Township Planning Commission, and with the condition that, I'm trying to find it here.
Let me the fire
If that's the fire.
Because I thought there was a condition about, I thought, why doesn't it say it in the motion?
It was a condition, I can't remember.
Oh, would that have been on the site plan?
Yes. Site plan.
Okay, not on the special
Yeah.
use. All right, so, that the turnaround radius in the driveway meet the fire and emergency services code. That's the condition.
It's been moved and supported to approve special use SU SPR 210202, the applicant Peninsula Construction, to establish a janitorial warehouse and distribution supply facility as recommended by the Planning Commission, and it has met the standard for approval as required in section 2204 A through G of the Blair Township zoning ordinance, and must meet the condition of the turnaround radius in the driveway meet the fire and emergency services code. Discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad John Hager approves this one too, okay?
Lisa is as well, yeah. Yeah.
This was another one that was presented that they did a fantastic job, and the part of their turnaround wasn't quite large enough. They're going to accommodate that and add a hydrant. So with that, and it's another great business for the area. It's quite large too.
I think we have Bill to thank for some of that good work.
Yes.
Not this one? All right, well, the last one then.
I think it was actually our emergency services director who caught it on the original site plan that
Yes,
was
he did.
submitted for approval at the planning commission, and through his hours and hours of research and researching the fire code, he corrected it, which in turn required them to redo it. So thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks for being thorough. Any further discussion? Roll call?
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
I abstain.
Fleece,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Kutrah,
Yes.
Lonsheim,
Yes.
Zeit.
Yes.
And just for clarity, Dennis Fitzpatrick is abstaining from this vote as a trustee of the board because due to a recent MSU training that we attended, we learned that he sits on the planning commission as a board rep, but he votes at the planning commission level. Therefore, he cannot vote on the same topic twice, so he shouldn't be voting on topics that are now coming, special uses to the township. Yeah. It's right in the bylaws as well. So, we caught it, we corrected it, we're moving forward. Did you hear that, David Rowe?
Solid work, guys.
Thanks. Number 2, oh, yeah, we're done. Board approval for performance guarantee for the infrastructure for Woodbury Phase 2 and I believe Phase 3. We have Dave Rowe here.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Good, Dave, how are you?
Great. I'm here on behalf of Woodbury States Fence Road, who's the developer of Woodbury Phase 2 and Phase 3. They're looking at starting the next phases. I'd like to be able to get land use permits before all the roads are finally paved and infrastructure. And the board has the right to approve a performance guarantee in lieu of them being completed. That is my pitch today.
I think you guys remember we've done this this board as a team, we've done this before. It may have been for Woodbury Phase 1 or it may have been for Wistram Woods. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do remember that we authorized.
Phase 1.
It was Phase
I
1?
think so, but I'm not
Yeah.
100%.
Pretty sure Phase 1 and 2 are cool.
Okay, yeah, and with the weather the way it is, you can't lay asphalt right now, but you certainly can be putting up houses, so. I'm gonna make the motion that the board approve a performance guarantee for the road infrastructure for Woodbury Phase 2 and Phase 3.
Support.
And everybody remembers our township engineer will do the estimate for them, and it is in our ordinance, this is,
Yes.
any discussion? It's been moved and supported to approve the performance guarantee for Woodbury Phase 2 and Phase 3 as spelled out in our township ordinance. Roll call?
Campbell,
Yes.
Zeit,
Yes.
Fleece,
Yes.
Lonsheim,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Kutrah,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
So Lisa, we contact Wade Trim now? And then we ask them to draft the estimates?
Get the estimates and then to get us an invoice for it, and then when Bill's going to be responsible for the engineering costs of them getting the estimates, and then he'll put a bond into our trust, and then we can issue land use permits prior to the roads being paved.
Right, but just to be clear, it's our responsibility to contact Wade Trim and ask that this be done.
Yep. Yeah,
And then
I'll
when they
shoot 'em an
submit
email.
their estimates, they submit to us,
Mhm.
and then we in turn immediately submit it to Eastwood?
Correct.
Okay. Did you hear that, Dave?
I heard that.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
I have none. You guys all have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, you too.
You too, Dave.
Joe.
Item 3, road name approval, God's Way. Is Wendy thorough or what?
Yeah.
She doesn't submit stuff to us very often, but you know, when she does, there's no questions. Yeah. I'll make the motion to approve this roadway name of God's Way. Support. It's been moved and supported to approve the road name God's Way. Any further discussion? Roll call?
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
Zeitz,
Yes.
Lunshine,
Yes.
Kucherov,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Wolfgang.
Yes.
Item 4, EMS Budget Amendment. Take it away, Lynette.
Well, like the memo says, Eric would like the following budget amendments to account for the increased expenditures in preparation for EMS and in-house EMS and fire billing. 16,000 from contingency, which I don't believe EMS has used any of their contingency at this point, and put it into medical services, and then 5,000 from capital outlay to put into electronic agreement.
Is that your motion?
I guess. I would move to approve taking $16,000 from the EMS contingency budget to put in medical services and 5,000 from capital outlay to electronic agreement.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to take $16,000 from EMS contingency and put into medical services and take $5,000 from capital outlay and put it in electronic agreement. Discussion? Roll call?
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Zeitz,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
Kucherov,
Yes.
Lunshine.
Yes. Item 5, Board of Review Budget Amendment.
So last time I came, at our last meeting, I had a board of review budget amendment. And then this came up, so Wendy had signed them up for 3 separate classes. And so they really should be paid the per diem per class they take. So I'm recommending that we take $600 from contingency to put in the board of review salaries, wages line item. Do I have to make this motion again?
I would move to amend the budget of, let's see what budget it is. From the Board of Review, taking $600 from the contingency and put it into the Board of Review salaries.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to amend the Board of Review budget by taking $600 from contingency to put into the Board of Review salary wage line item. Discussion? It probably isn't all going to be spent. There was the series of the Board of Review classes. It was the basic. It wasn't called intermediate and then advanced. So it was in 3 series part.
I think it was beyond basic.
Beyond basics, yes. Basics, beyond basics, and then advanced. The basics initially was thought was going to be, it's a certification class, and we thought that this year it was going to be mandated, that it actually gets stapled to the tax roll. But the state has decided to hold off and make that mandate applicable for next year.
No,
Yes.
they wouldn't do that.
Right? So what we found out today at Board of Review was we have one Board of Review member who has actually finished, Chris Christensen has done all 3 classes. And
Joanne did all 3 classes.
Joanne?
Joanne did all 3 classes. I was told Chris did 2 and Karen did 2.
Yeah, and Felicia has not done any.
Right.
So we actually said, don't take your third class because board of review's over. The point was to have the training done before board of review. So those who didn't finish the 3-part series, so anyways, it's not gonna be
Okay.
the full amount. And Wendy addressed that with them and said, next year, you're gonna have to make sure you get these classes done. 2 of them did the recorded version of the basic, which in order to get your certification, that doesn't count. It has to be a live class.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in this day and age?
Well, not live in person, live,
Oh,
live
okay.
web.
Okay.
Yeah, live Zoom,
Okay.
not the recorded Zoom. Just gotta make sure you're there, I guess. So. Roll call?
Kuchar,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Lees,
Yes.
Landshine,
Yes.
Zeiss,
Yeah.
Campbell.
Yes.
Item 6, purchase of 2 new computers for the treasurer's office. So
Um,
Tracy's got the quote here.
Yeah, my 2 computers are on the list to get replaced this year from IT Wright's list of which one should and shouldn't be ready to be replaced. Mine is almost full. He could put a new hard drive in, but he said with it being older and that, it's just better if we get 2 new computers.
How old are yours right now?
I think 5 years.
Yeah,
Didn't we get those before we got BSNA to make sure that they were compatible with BSNA?
We got yours around that time. Ours was fairly new before I came into office. I want to say they got them.
I can go pull it if you want. I have a list.
I want to say 5 years.
It's fine, I just was thinking that we got them before BSNA, and if that was the case, ours may need to be replaced, but I can check into
Yeah.
that.
well, why I asked that, because I noticed that most businesses too, even mine, I had to do my personal laptop, because after a while, even if you want to put a hard drive in, the microprocessors start slowing down as they age. And normally, like a laptop in a business, it should be replaced every 3 years, really. And 5 years is good, and that. And if you use, especially if you're using it 5-6 days a week, right? And I would say about 3 years it should be replaced, but that's good that you got 5 years. And then also notice it's got the 8 gig, which for gaming you need 12 or 16, but you're not gonna game. But I think that's good. The specs are good. I looked at the specs are good, but you're right. If it's that year, any normally, like I said, business computers that I know, people that own businesses normally replace them anywhere from 3 to 5 years. Because it does, the chips and the microprocessors just start getting slower.
The treasurers, the 2 computers were purchased 12/2 of 15.
So yeah, a year before.
Oh, 15, oh, wow.
Clerk, 9/10 of 19.
Did you just get one?
And deputy clerk, 12/2 of 15.
I don't think that's right. What?
That's what they have listed.
I make the motion to approve the purchase of 2 new computers for the treasurer's office in the amount of $1,759.20.
Support?
It's been moved and supported to purchase 2 new computers for the treasurer's office in the amount of $1,759.20. Any further discussion? Roll call?
Please,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Kuchar,
Yes.
Landshine,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Zeiss,
Yes.
Wolfgang.
Yes.
Annual contribution to the Traverse City Boom Boom Club for the 4th of July fireworks.
Did they do fireworks last year?
No.
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 And we got the 250 back.
Yes, we did get our money
Oh, we got it
back.
back?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would move to approve the annual contribution to the Traverse City Boom Boom Club for 4th of July for fireworks for a total of $250.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the annual contribution to the Traverse City Boom Boom Club for the 4th of July fireworks in the amount of $250. Further discussion? Roll call?
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Kutra,
Yes.
Weinstein,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Zeiss,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Item 8, renewal of the Grant Township Emergency Services contract.
I would move to approve the agreement with Grant Township for fire protection services through March 31st, 2022.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the fire protection grant contract with Grant Township beginning April 1st, 2021, ending March 31st, 2022. Discussion. Eric, this is a renewal, but there's an increase.
Correct. I think Andy can agree, we've been working with Grant Township for several years, trying to give them to increase their contribution towards the 3 townships that provide the fire protection. Finally, last summer, we sent them a letter that said, this is gonna be your new price, and they passed the millage. They were hesitant about the millage on the ballot. I understand that, it's their very first millage ever, and they have a lot of farmland, so they have a lot of farmers that are paying millage money on a lot of acres. But the millage passed in November, so this one-year agreement is doubling our fees from about $14,000 to $30,000. And we begin meeting this summer for next year's contract, as they understand now that the cost of the readiness to respond is where the cost is.
Any further discussion? Roll call?
Zeiss,
Yes.
Kutra,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Weinstein,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Wolfgang.
Yes.
Item 9, Fire Department Budget Amendment.
We received a credit from the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Department for the CPO wages during the shutdown, COVID shutdown. And Eric would like to buy a new gas meter. And so he would like to move $2,500 from fire police wages to equipment. So I would make a motion to move $2,500 from fire police wages to fire department equipment.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to move $2,500 from fire police wages to fire department equipment. Discussion? Roll call?
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Zeiss,
Yes.
Weinstein,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Kutra,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Deputy Karczewski, Community Police Officer report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry I was a little late. I was a little confused. Matt Karczewski, Grand Traverse Sheriff's Department, Blair Township Community Police Officer. January 2021 report. It was very cold in January, and I think a lot of people went into hibernation. All my stats were almost half what they were in December. Arrests 2. We're back to not arresting people hardly at all. So it just keeps going back and forth. And I was at Econo Lodge at an overdose today, and there was a lot of hooligans there, and 2 of them had 5 warrants, and I didn't take either one of them to jail. So, arrests 2, citations 2, complaints 38, traffic crashes 2, warrants attained 3. On February 13th, Family Fair got a hold of me. They had a serial Svedka, I think that's how you say that, vodka thief.
Oh.
He had hit them over the past 2 months like 7 times for like $150. He really liked Svedka. He only took that. So I went and talked to him, and he admitted to it. He's just a young man going through a real tough time, a divorce, a new baby, and so. And he's also newly on probation for another retail fraud at Myers. So hopefully he stops. Case update, in December, there was a rape, a sexual assault on East Mobile I told you guys about. A young lady that I've known for a dozen years came to me and told me something happened to her in November. So she waited 2 months to report it, which doesn't matter. But on the 19th of this month, of February, last month, they charged him with sexual assault, 3rd degree. So he's also a habitual offender, and he's in jail, but he's still in jail waiting drug charges from our county. So I was happy they charged him.
Yes.
So he'll probably go to prison for a long time. Any questions?
I do.
Yeah, who makes the determination when you have got a couple guys who have 5 warrants out for them? At what point do you?
It was the jail sergeant. That got switched, now it's the on-duty sergeant. So like today, I would call Ben and he would tell me.
And what's the reason?
Well, if they're causing a problem and it's just a misdemeanor warrant, we would take them to jail. If they're not causing any problem, now you could argue that these guys were causing a problem today. But they were all failed to appear warrants, they were fines and costs. One was a fresh warrant, but it was still a misdemeanor. So that's what it all depends on. Now it also could depend on a certain sergeant working that day. So like there was a young lady 2 nights ago at Menards, and she just had a couple failed to appear warrants. But she's stolen from Menards before, so they called and wanted her out of there. And the on-duty sergeant said, take her to jail. So.
Good thing I'm not a sergeant.
Right.
You'd take everybody to jail.
Yeah, yes, I would.
Overcrowded.
I will put a copy of this in all your boxes, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
Extended public input. None? Motion to adjourn. 6:44 PM.
Well.